The dogs, look at that,
Yeah.
man. That's crazy, man.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Okay. The legendary dogs.
Dude, they look so nice.
Yeah.
And Deoxys VMax.
Oh man.
Glad you're so happy, man. I'm so glad.
Hello everyone, this is Crustomaniac, and you just saw the reaction that my friend and I had to the cards that I got for him and I traded with him. So this video is starting out a little bit differently, but I want to start off with his reaction because I want to show you guys that these cards went to a good home. The Raikou V, the Suicune V, the Entei V that I picked up last time, and the surprising card, the Deoxys VMax. So the story behind the Deoxys VMax is from the last delivery day video that just came out on my channel. I brought the cards to my friend, the Raikou and the Suicune, to actually his house for the first time because he moved to a different location and he's never shown me his collection before, or many people his collection at all. So I brought the Suicune and Raikou down, but because I mentioned in the delivery day video with the Suicune that there's a line on the card, I wasn't sure if he was going to take that card. So I brought the Deoxys VMax just in case he didn't want to trade for the Suicune card. He only wanted Raikou and maybe Deoxys VMax. So I kind of brought that as extra card insurance. But at the end of the day, he ended up taking everything, all 4 cards, as you saw in the beginning video. And we had a deal for the trade. So basically, the trade was originally just the 2 dogs for the ETB that he wanted to get rid of from his collection. He wanted to trade the ETB to me because he didn't want to deal with having to sell it, and also he wanted to help me with kind of my selling journey, since he's kind of encouraged me since the beginning of maybe taking this leap into this journey of selling the cards. So that's why he kind of wanted to kind of give a kickstart there. And then the Deoxys VMax, we ended up doing a little bit different of a deal a little bit later on that day, deciding it. But basically, I wanted to say that I'm really appreciative of the fact that he took these cards. He was so happy. I only got short clips of the reactions, but seeing all 3 dogs together was incredible, and then seeing all 3 dogs with Deoxys VMax was incredible. And I got to see him put all 3 dogs and the Deoxys VMax in his binder. So that in itself was just like an awesome experience to be a part of. The enthusiasm, the excitement, we both were pretty excited, and I only caught a little bit of that clip, but he was like super excited. Like when I brought the Deoxys VMax out, I surprised him. Like he knew that Raikou and Suicune were coming, but I told him I had a 3rd card. And I told him initially, like, do you want to know what it is? He's like, nah, I'll guess as a surprise. And initially he thought I brought a 2nd Suicune because the first Suicune had a issue with that line down the card, which actually wasn't a big deal to him either. Same with the Deoxys VMax. There was an issue with the print line on the back going, I believe, horizontal or from side to side. And he still took it anyways because he said it was a good binder card for him. So he just was in awe with all the arts and was surprised that Deoxys VMax just kind of came out of the blue. He's like, oh, I thought you were going to bring another Suicune. I'm like, nah, man, I brought a Deoxys VMax. He's like, holy cow, I did not expect that. So just the enthusiasm was amazing. And then I got to see his full collection. I didn't want to show it on video just because it's his own personal collection. He's a little bit more into Yu-Gi-Oh than he is into Pokemon, and I got to see his full Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and man, it blew my mind. Me being a Yu-Gi-Oh fan as well, growing up with Yu-Gi-Oh, I grew up playing Pokemon for a little bit of time when I was younger, like the Pokemon cards at the beginning, but Yu-Gi-Oh was really kind of my era of cards, and just seeing how many vintage cards he has, and the Kaiba briefcase was mind-blowing. And the strictly sealed kind of styrofoam with these certain Yu-Gi-Oh cases that strictly sealed recommended to him for his cards was insane. I've never seen an actual full-blown Kaiba Corp case in my life. That thing was huge, and just the cards inside. I felt like it was the first episode of the anime of Kaiba just pulling up to Yugi's grandpa's shop saying, "Yo, give me my blue eyes." So that was crazy in itself. And basically, to move on to what we did the trade for the Pokemon cards. And basically, we made a deal initially that I mentioned earlier. So the 2 dogs originally were going to be traded for the ETB, and the ETB was something that my friend wanted to get rid of from his collection. He bought it a while back, but he's trying to thin out his collection. And when I started selling cards, or when he picked up the Entei, he asked me like, "Hey, do you actually want to sell an ETB? There's this ETB in my collection. Like, it's probably worth some money, but like, I don't need it anymore. And it's this Paldean's Fates Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box." He said it's like brand new, unopened. So, and then I got an Irida trainer card. This was for the Deoxys VMax. And I got a Cynthia's Ambition trainer card. So both of these cards he pulled himself. He didn't want them in his collection. And you can see the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box here. It looks brand new. Like, there's no creases or anything. It was just sitting in a box in his collection. He said it was taking up some room. He didn't need it. He's not the biggest fan of Paldean Fates. So he was like, I was either going to open it, or he was going to just let it sit, or, you know, take it to a convention, is what he told me. But then when I told him that I started selling, he's like, "Hey man, how about you try selling this ETB? Get it off my hands. I can thin out my collection, and then you can, you know, make a little bit of money off of it and jumpstart your business that you're doing." So we decided on that. And then this is Irida, the trainer card. So my friend pulled these cards, and he, like me, we're not super big fans of the trainer cards. Not that they aren't cool and all, it's just they're not really what we would collect. But I knew that these 2 cards would probably sell. Like, you can see this card is like in near mint condition. I think he pulled both these cards from packs, and he had them in his collection, but he was kind of like, what am I going to do with these cards? And we ended up trading Irida's trainer card and Cynthia's Ambition for the Deoxys VMax, which I think was a pretty decent deal. Actually, a pretty good deal, not even decent. Pretty good deal for me. I was happy that the Deoxys VMax got to go in his collection, and I probably could sell these cards on eBay to people that want them, as they might want them in their collection, or someone else might want to grade them. So these 2 cards are really nice, pretty much gem mint. Like, my friend is strictly sealed 2.0, so he keeps everything in like gem mint condition. Like, I had to wash my hands before touching the cards. He has to do the smell test like when he got the cards from me. So it was a pretty interesting experience, an awesome experience overall. This is the full haul that I got pretty much from the receiving side of the trade, and it looks really cool coming together in this video. And I'm kind of glad that I was able to trade my cards for the cards and the ETB that he didn't want in his collection anymore. And we made, I think, a pretty fair trade, because he just sent me a text message saying, "I looked at the dogs again, and I think I need Arceus Origins and Dialga Origins." So he has, I think, Palkia and Giratina or something, the Origins from Crown Zenith. So definitely really cool, really enthusiastic that the 3 dogs are in his collection, and Deoxys VMax, and I'm glad to get these cards in really good condition, the trainer cards and the ETB. This is going to be my first ETB that I'm going to try and sell. So definitely going to be an experience there. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.